The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. The third, even. Yeah. There's our buddy Kevin hanging out, playing some Sega Genesis. I think he was drinking alcohol, and there was that mysterious person. There's some familiar faces. And some new faces, and some old faces, and you know how it is. And that ship there, it's at Merkaba, which becomes a recurring ship throughout the series, developed by Nihon Falcom. Pretty good. Pretty good, man. Ship style. Septian Church Gralsritter operated Special Ops Airship Merkaba number 5. Number 5. So much better than number 4, by the way. The inside kind of similar to the RSA a little bit. Squire Caesar. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. Squire Marcia Brady. My thoughts exactly. It seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they usually like, it was. I don't think you really need to call him Father Kevin on Xbox, but whatever, dude. If I'd had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. I've been there. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear, I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. I mean, but without the ship, Kevin would have had nowhere to go, so that's a thing. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. It'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. You say that if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? Not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess. Got it. Uh-oh. That's never a good sound. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Cellnet. Oh, are you kidding me? Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Get this over with. Put her through. Alright. Commander Cellnet. Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. And so in this game we're going to learn a lot of the backstory of Kevin and such. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There was signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with them a long time ago. I see. As I thought then. Good work all around. I'd say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately, I can't grant you one right now. That's too bad. And here we go. Something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assumed. Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Gransell Cathedral. Gransell? You think this object may be somehow related to the Orioli? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberl on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. He'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just bring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Oh, Kevin's not having it. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry, though. They won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Oh. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Carnelia. Yeah, her character is based off of a character from the Carnelia books. If you didn't put that together. I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that wild just served to make people less likely to believe we really exist. True. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. But we've taken care of everything else related to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has an international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up. The sun! Freaking son? Prologue. The Gralsritter. I mean, we more or less completed the majority of the prologue already. Same day, afternoon. In the skies of Midwestern Zamoria, roughly 500 cells from Liberl. We're going back to Liberl, that's fun. International airliner Gretna. There's Dorothy, taking pictures of birds. Some things never change. Also, in this game, Dorothy has one of the best lines ever. And I think it's coming up. Oh, they've gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. It looks like they can't keep up with the ship, though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Xseed. But they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. I know you. Here we go. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. A funny coincidence, huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too, Father... You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's, Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham. One of the best lines ever. By God. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. That's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet, you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. Heh, I was just being silly. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the Eastern Quarter in Calvert. So I've still got onions on the brain. Uh-huh. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Uh-huh. Funny how her mind works. Well, whatever. So if you insist you hadn't forgotten, what is my name then? I do insist. I'd never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. This could go on for a while. 4 hours later. Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year. That's about the gist of it, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News? Yep. Niall actually let me go on my own this time, too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Post Market, but I managed just fine. Wait a second. Niall told you to go to Bose, not Calvert? He sure did. But then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? That was a while back. Sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all. Did you even have enough money to manage, or adios, help us, a passport? Well, fortunately, there was someone from the Liberlian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport. Well, that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there. So I had all the dough a girl could ask for. I don't even know where to start. Niall must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I hear Stephen Hasty smokes. I don't think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Ding dong! Thank you all for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal, Gralsritter City, in roughly 30 minutes. The Gretna, huh? I think it's the only time the Gretna is a thing. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you, and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Whew. I think we're almost there. I'm gonna have to walk around the ship to kill some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. Not often I get to take on international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later, then. Later. Later days. So we got some more items at the very least. Purging Balm. Solved from the Sempian Church to treat abnormalities. Heals 2000 HP, cures poison, seal, and blind. Insulating tape. Quick fix tape to repair unneutralized orbment, cures mute. Fun. Oh yeah. How you doing? Selena? Did you hear that announcement, sir? If not, we will soon be arriving in Gralsritter City. So it might be wise to check you have all of your belongings on your person while you still have time to look for anything that is missing. Oh. No, I'm not budging on this. Uh-oh. We're going to Herb Royal Villa after Gralsritter Castle, and that is final. I can't believe you're actually considering just going around fishing, of all things. Uh-oh. My sister can be unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? Well, that's exciting. I'm really not very good with heights. I mean, it's not phobia level or anything. I'm just really not very good with them. That's a shame. It's Simon! Whew! That was one amazing business discussion. Never thought I'd see the day when Murano wouldn't have the upper hand in one, but it just happened. The world is full of surprises. Isn't it, though? That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. Still, I've got an excellent information dealer working for me, too. So the next time we do business, it's going to be a 6-4 deal in my favor. No, scratch that. 7-3. At least it's not 3 and 9. That's as bad as it gets. Mommy, can I go have a look outside? Can I? No you can't. Please sit down like a good girl. We're almost there now anyway, so just be quiet. I used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around after I took that arrow to the knee. They're way faster than boats, for one thing, and unlike orbital buses, you don't end up with a sore ass after a long journey either. Woo! Sore ass style. We're finally back home in Liberl. It's Armand and Ellie. Which means it's time to start thinking of getting a house for ourselves. What kind of house would you like? The two of us have spent the past half a year traveling around the continent. I couldn't have wished for a better honeymoon. I'm so glad I chose him to spend my life with. You gotta love celery, by law. My wife went back to her family's home. I mean, I'm as aware as anyone that I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her. What? If I'd known it was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. Whee! Being out here feels amazing. Why would you have celery with milk? That wouldn't make sense. That would just be dumb. This is so bad. Yes, I'm finally almost in Liberl. Why did I come, you ask? Because it's the last spot that ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information on where it went after it showed up here, so if I want to try and pursue it, this is the best place for me to come. As soon as we land, I need to go and talk to Lyndon to see if he knows anything. Lyndon Johnson, even. I'm off to see my grandchild in Grancel. We haven't seen one another in 3 years now. I've been really worried what with all the trouble that's been happening in Liberl. The cleaning staff for these airships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're a fine role model for the rest of the service industry. I hear Stephen Hasty has a role model. Don't go getting yourself too worked up now, man. You'll just end up screwing up even more, like usual. Anyway, first thing is stopping by the central factory in Zeiss. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than here. I'm gonna have to make the most of it, really. Say so, sir. Captain Odell? Why do you want to know what I wanted to be as a child to begin with? That's not really something you normally tell complete strangers with cameras in their hands, you know. I'm on to you, mister. You can't distract me. This is a serious news report here, so please answer my questions. Sure is making good use of those reporters' privileges. By the way, my dream was to become a phantom thief. Isn't that cool? No prize for guessing what kind of book she must have read as a kid. Who knew you'd be so persistent? How can I get out of this? I can't tell her a tough guy like me used to want to be a pastry chef. Pastry chef, even. Remember Tot. We're approaching the Bagan Range. Be careful potential air turbulence in this area. I know, says crew member Darrow. I've been doing this route for 3 years now. I know what I'm doing, man. The Bagan Range is part of the border between Liberl and Calvert. You don't really hear about it much. As soon as we're over that, it'll be barely any time before we're in Grancel. Heading west-northwest. Yahoo! Good times. I don't even want to be here right now. Why do I even have to go out of my way to see him anyway? It's not fair. Okay. Life isn't fair, sir. And or ma'am. It's Ymir. Alright, the orbital pressure looks perfectly normal. Also, a city in Erebonian named after it. Lancer most certainly does not. Cereal without milk is just gross. Alright, the orbital pressure looks perfectly normal. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to ask you not to come down here, sir. Can't tell me what to do, sir. I'm 8 years old. I can do what I want, man. That's what organic milk is for. Ding dong! This is a passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grand Cell City, the terminus of this liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. We're arriving in Grand Cell. It's pretty awesome. Bum 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 bum. How you doing? It's so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberl. You wouldn't believe all the stuff that happened half a year ago looking at Grand Cell now, either. It's all completely back to normal. People here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. Not sure whether you're a perfect example of that, or the opposite. You're right about the air here, though. It is nice. Nostalgic, almost. Makes me feel a little homesick. I hear Stephen Hasty gets homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff. Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, like smaller than most states around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but you were actually born there. I mean, there hasn't been a game yet that's centered around Arteria. Oh, really? Huh. So where are you from, then? Dorothy! Uh-oh. It's freaking Niall! Oh, Niall. I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Adios' name have you been doing? I sent you to Bose. How did you end up in Calvard? You were definitely on the westbound liner. I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. I hear Stephen Hasty is a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. I think that all of this could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. Woo! Wowee, all of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Oh, right. Your 30th birthday was last Friday, too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it, too. How is it that you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it, Niall. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was unlike any cake I'd ever seen. Matcha style. The perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later. You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir. Oh boy. Man. They always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off of it, but they're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Niall. You're looking same old, though. Maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there, too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on that airship by total coinkydink, that's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. Sounds like something she would do, though. I'm so sorry for what you have to put up with. You're too much of a worry, Warren. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberl? Something else happened here. Oh, just a bit of work-related business I've got to take care of. Not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest is going to happen. Yeah, that'd be the day. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you staying for the time being? Gralsritter Cathedral? I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calverd. So I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Oh boy. Ooh, seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Oh. Lieutenant Colonel Sid? Sid style. The Sidster. It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet. Same to you, sir. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. It may have been, but she's currently out on another mission. So unfortunately, you'll have to make do with me. Cool. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. A little bird told me that you're going to be promoted to full-on colonel soon, aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such a good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him, too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. Of course you wouldn't. Poor Cassius is still getting worked to the bone, huh? I wonder if he ever took that time off. Talking about. Anyway, get down to business. It's in Gralsritter Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific. Although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much. It's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Ooh, not Stephen Hasty, is it? Let's just say someone who's been assisting with this case. We'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with here. Whoever could it be?